Hey, hello everybody, this is Purge, bringing you guys that's right, Purge Cast the Pub. I know you guys have wanted this for months and months, but I just didn't really feel like it for a while there, so I'm finally back, bringing you guys another episode of this. If you missed all of the other ones, I started posting a lot of these when my channel started exploding a little bit due to Reddit posts and things like that. Thanks again, guys, for helping me grow there. Just a reminder, no need to post my videos there. I'll handle that stuff. If I have a video that I feel like posting, I think I'll take care of that, so don't worry about it. Anyways, what I'm doing in this episode is I found a low-skilled matchmaking game, and I'm going to hop in and I'm going to slightly make fun of, but mostly just critique and give tips about the things that people do in this game. It's a really good way to condense lots of knowledge, tips, and just information about stats and item builds, correct item builds, good lanings and laning setups and things like that. So without further ado, here we are with the rating team. We have Infinity playing Phantom Assassin. I assume this is not the pro player. We have the Sauce MD Medical Doctor playing Tidehunter here. Mid lane is going to be player 2. And towards the bot lane we have 2 players. We have Soul Eater playing the blinged out Nature's Prophet. He's got pretty much everything here. Dreaded Beard with Thor's Fist on the Shadow Shaman. For the Dire team, looks like we have Hunterman playing Viper. We have Shoy trademark, oh my god, irresponsible Bull playing Huskar. Top lane is Nebulous Oblige. And finally we have Kevlar playing the Lifesteal and Frick playing the Enchantress. So let's look at some item builds first. Some starting item builds. First off, Phantom Assassin should have grabbed a salve here. You want to grab a Tango and a salve when you start off the game because you want to make sure that you have burst regen and regen over time. That way, I mean, what would happen if Phantom Assassin went down to 200 HP? She'd have to sit back and slowly eat Tangos so that she could heal back up to max HP. And during that time period, she wouldn't feel very safe last hitting because there would be a good chance that her lane opponents could kill her. So if you have the item slots, guys, make sure you spend them. An item slot is a resource and you want to spend them as much as you possibly can. Tidehunter himself has a great starting item build. If he did not buy a courier, looks like there is a courier on the map, so that's okay. So either way, looks like he may have randomly or double gauntlet, lots of regen, and a clarity potion so that he can cast multiple times. On the opposite side, we have an axe with a double stout shield. This is a terrible item build, guys. Do not get this. This does not give you the possibility to block 40 damage. All it does is increases your percentage chance to block that damage. So I think it only gives you like 80% chance to block 20 damage. That's not worth it for 250 gold. He could have stats, he could have lots of extra regen. So do not get a double stout shield, guys. It is not good. That's the nitpick about him. Enchantress should be in the jungle, not in the lane. She's level 1. She picked up Untouchable level first. You can tell we're in a low-skilled game. Enchant always first. If you're laning Enchantress mid or something, like, the only reason you would ever lane an Enchantress is if you're solo. But go in the jungle, use Enchant, pick up creeps, and micro with it. We're going to miss First Blood, which is on the bot lane. We'll get there in a second as we see a pause. Mid lane, we have a Bane, which went a Sage's Mask at level 1. Not really a good choice here. Percent-based mana regen items are based off your int number. The trade-off is this. If you have 33 intelligence, a Sage's Mask regens you more mana per second than a Ring of Basilius it does. So this item right here, Ring of Basilius, gives you 0.65 mana per second. If your int level is below 33, then a Basilius is more. If it's above 33, then Sage's Mask is better. And Sage's Mask is very expensive. It's 325 gold. That's over half of your starting gold. So try not to grab a Sage's Mask at the start of the game. It's not cost efficient. Better off getting clarity potions. He did have some clarities here, of course, but it's not always the best way to go for this. And once again, guys, I'm not casting this game to see what ends up happening. It's more about the information. So yes, I'm going to miss a lot of kills this game because I'm not at all looking at that. And besides, it's really hard to make thoughtful sentences when you're trying to look at the map. So, Huskar, so far, other than Tide, the only person with a decent item build here. Double Gauntlet, 2 Ironwood Branches, and a little bit of regen as well. Skill build thus far is not so hot. Just read a post on Reddit, actually, about Huskar damage. What's the best way to get the most damage out of his abilities? And it actually said Burning Spear's 2 levels before you go into Max Berserker's Blood. So you go Burning Spear, Blood, Burning Spear, and then Max Blood. That's the best way to do it, apparently. So, cool. He actually went to go control a rune. I don't like this. I wish he was still mid right now. He's losing EXP, and he's actually spending a lot of time standing down here. And now he's going to go gank. If you guys... Okay, good. Thank God. If you're playing a solo mid role, you try not to gank, if possible. He is going to get swapped out for Viper, and this is actually going to be okay, because otherwise... nobody would be getting this experience mid, and that's not a good thing. Bot lane is apparently destroying here. It's a Nature's Prophet Shadow Shaman dual lane, which is not a good dual lane. Do not do this. He's going for Sprout. Nature's Call doesn't yet have TP, but apparently magic is happening. And I think that was, they killed Viper twice, if we check things. Viper has only died once. We have 2 deaths on Lifestealer. So apparently they're doing a Viper Lifestealer dueling. Lifestealer here went for a Rage Feast with lots of regen and a Boots. This is okay, but you should probably grab a Stout Shield on a Lifestealer for the start of the game, especially if you're on the hard lane. The regen is good, the Boots is good. Yeah, another nitpick is he should have open wounds. If you want a chance at killing your opponents or maybe using it on them and getting away, then open wounds is the way to go. It's a really strong slow at the start of the game, so don't be afraid to use it. Nature's Prophet, I didn't see his starting item build, but he's currently got a Basilius with a Boots. Shadow Shaman over here went Brace or Rush. I don't know what he's going to do with this 1,000 gold. I don't like people that finish their bracers before they get boots, though. It's not a very smart decision to go for, guys. Almost always is going to be better to grab your boots first or some other components. Once again, item slots are valued. They have value to them. It's one of the resources that you have. So you make sure, if he just had a gauntlet and a circlet right now, why spend the 190 gold to save space? He should fill this in with ironwood branches. He should buy a magic wand, something like that. I don't know if he actually rage quit. I don't remember what his KD at the end of the game was, but the game ended up being pretty good, I believe. I haven't actually watched it before, but the end stats seemed pretty close. And now the rage talking is starting. Yes, read a book. Double Stout Shield, says Double Stout Shield Axe, who goes immediately into a ring of regen. So Thor's Fist is like, bro, what is wrong with you? And he's Keyboard Warrior incoming. Nope, he's buying a ring of protection. He's going straight for a Tranquil Boots, which is actually a good choice. Tranquil Boots is a great choice for a jungling hero who's taking a lot of damage, guys. Gives you 3 HP regen per second, gives you 3 armor, which does not get interrupted. They cannot be broken down by jungle creeps, and you can use the heal while you're taking damage from neutrals. Regular creeps, the only thing that gets interrupted by, I believe, is tower damage and hero damage. But I might be wrong in the tower damage. For sure, player damage does stop the heal. So for now, he's going to maybe take a kill one more camp and then go for those Tranquil Boots, and he's going to be happy. How's Enchantress doing? Enchantress going for Max Untouchable first, which is kind of interesting. It's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, PA is going to get huge attack speed reduction as he uses that on her. PA himself going for a Max Blur first. This is not a good choice. Grabbing 1 level of Blur, I think, is damn awesome because you get 20% for 1 skill point. That means 1 out of every 5 physical attacks does not hit you. On average, of course, this is math after all. Maxing the Dagger first for the damage, or maxing the Phantom Strike for the cooldown is the best option to go for. So he's actually going to blink on the axe here. They're doing some good damage, actually. The Gush was really helpful, doing 3 minus armors, and Nature's Prophet ulti comes through and gets the kill. So that actually worked out quite nice. Minus 4 armor from Gush. Phantom Assassin does all physical damage, so that ended up turning out okay. He didn't get too many splits either, though, and Phantom Assassin did hit him quite a few times, so maybe you could call that unlucky, but so far so good for the PA here on the mid lane. Or on the top lane, sorry. Bane actually went for a fast soul ring here, so that's what he used that Sage's Mask for. And once again, he still doesn't have over 33 mana. So activation cost alone, where you activate this and get mana for Brain Sap, still not cost efficient for his mana regen. Almost there, but not quite there. A soul ring rush on Bane, I would say, is pretty reasonably good. If I was still in mid Bane, I would say maybe Bottle Arcane is the better option. And of course, he's not last hit at all. He's auto-attacking, which hurts when you're not going to get last hits, is what I'm trying to say. And let's see how many last hits he gets. He does actually pick up a last hit, almost 2. But he's got to push this wave, man. Man. It's so painful to watch auto-attacking. It really is. You see a Shackle on Huskar. He's going max Berserker's Blood, so he's going to be pretty happy. But once again, good spread. He has 8 tangos, but does not use one to get out of the tree. So it actually does take... I still have trouble doing that myself, so I don't try to talk too much shit about people that mess it up. It is sometimes very distracting in team fights. Or when you get sprouted, just be like, oh, I obviously need to use my Tango. And Nature's Prophet now at level 7. Nature's Prophet, apparently the pub-stomping hero, doesn't need a jungle. Doesn't need to happen. Shadow Shaman picked up Arcane Boots with his early man. He's actually macking Shackles first. This is not correct. You do not want to do this. Worked well against Huskar a second ago, but if he was at all behind, like if they hadn't been just... Oh my god, they have so many kills down here. That's 5 kills total on the bot lane. If they weren't just dominating the lane, I mean, sure, if a solo hero comes up, and you can shackle them for 4.75 seconds. That's great. But if there is no solo hero, if you're fighting a team fight, you're almost guaranteed going to get disrupted. And what happens? I mean, do you really want to stand still for 4.75 seconds and shackle somebody? It's only good when you have a hero advantage. So if you're in a regular team fight, shackles is not as useful. And look at that mana cost increase. It goes from 110 to 185. So even if you do get to shackle somebody for, let's say, 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds, and then you get stun blocked, That's the same as you're spending that extra 75 mana. That's a big difference, so save your mana, especially on a Shadow Shaman who has mana problems. His ulti is huge, his Shackles is very expensive, his Ether Shock can be expensive because it's very spammable, 8-second cooldown. And the most important part is he doesn't have any damage output. He can right-click, he can cast Ether Shock only doing 200 damage, he can't farm very well. He's really just a one-trick pony. He can Shackle somebody for a very long duration. He can drop his ulti when it's down and do a mediocre damage nuke and a 3-hero cone, or 3-unit hero cone. Always max out Ether Shock first, guys, even if you're playing a support role. The only time I would say this is worth it is if you're in like a tri-lane versus solo situation. Even then, it's probably not very cost efficient. He's going to have Hex maxed out so late that if he's ever being chased or wants to disable 2 people at the same time, it's just not going to work out. He's going to Hex somebody for 1.25 seconds and he's going to Shackle somebody for like 4.75 if they don't block the damage. And see, he is trying to push here. He's spending his mana, but it's not super cost efficient. So now Viper goes for a double Wraithband first. I don't necessarily like this. It does give him some decent early game, but going for Treads instead first is probably the best bet. As let's see what Axe is doing here. He does have a Battle Hunger, which he did use on the this dude who's using Fiend's Grip now. And Viper's gonna trade. Did take some nukes, but guess who didn't get the kill? There's the ulti. Actually, can he get the kill? Picks off the Bane as the dagger comes through. So currently pretty good roaming, and that was a 4v2, which is why they probably lost that. We did see Viper use his ulti. The skill build thus far is pretty okay. I see nothing really majorly wrong with this. Sometimes it's good to grab an early corrosive skin, but they're not opting for that here. As we will see the Radiant team continue to push. Now Phantom Assassin picks up Phase Boots. This is something that I've actually seen a lot of people doing recently, but me myself, I'm not always the biggest fan. Let me just set myself to offline, guys. There's been a lot of pop-ups so far. Alright, there we go. I'm not a huge fan of the Phase Boots. There's good things about them, but there's also some bad things. First of all, you get a lot of bonus damage. That's plus 24, and for somebody that crits, you want your damage to be really high. That's absolutely undeniable. So Phase Boots is great because it lets your ulti hit harder. But another thing that Phase Boots is really good at is chasing and movement speed. So does Phantom Assassin really need chase? I would argue no. She has Dagger, which slows for 50%. For 4-second duration, every 8 seconds. That's a huge uptime. That's 50% uptime. That they're going to be slowed by that. And you can also Phantom Strike every 5 seconds, which blinks you in a 1,000. I mean, look at this range, 1,000 range. So basically, as a Phantom Assassin, if you have vision of them and they don't TP, they're not going to get away from you. They either have to kill you or they have to TP out or have some assistance from allies. So I think the speed chase from Phase Boots is largely wasted. It does give you that damage, which means you crit for higher numbers earlier in the game. But as a whole, I think it's a waste. I don't like it myself. I think Treads is honestly the way to go. You can use Agility Treads if you want more damage, you can use Strength Treads if you want more HP. And she has low HP anyways. She's a little squishy right now, so I personally favor Treads. This is a preference. There are some players which will probably say, hell yes, Phase Boots all the way, but me, myself, I believe that Treads is generally the safer option. So, here's the Tranquil Boots up on Axe. We're going to see a Tide Ravage. And now Axe is going to take some hits, but he's taking a lot of magic nukes as well. He spends a few times, but it's not quite enough. Frick here, reflecting a lot of damage, pops his one, though. They could fight this. Viper has an ulti. I think they could have killed Nature's Prophet right there, but they got a little scared. It's actually kind of funny how tanky she is. I do like her item build for this. If she is going tanky, well, you just got an evasion on him. 2 evasions. If you are going tanky Enchantress with Max Untouchable, you damn straight better buy some tanky items. And he's got a wand and an urn. That's great choices. So far, despite the laning setup being really weird, this is working out. No mana is left over as we do see a Sprout, and Nightmare actually gets interrupted here. He's going to use the urn on himself to heal a little bit up as we see Infinity go back in using those Phase Boots. But once again, his cooldowns are huge right now. 14-second cooldown, and now this Bane might be in trouble. Viper actually backs off. What is going on, man? His coordination, you know. Huskar wants some kills. He's going to start trading, but time to run away. He's got a Gloves of Pace, and there's the ulti as well, slowing him down. He should turn and shoot. Please, God, just hit somebody. Oh, my God, don't tell me. Oh, God. Oh, my God, if she survives, these Phase Boots are going to save her life. Oh, my God, I should talk Phase Boots. But, okay. Alright, so you can get away with Phase Boots. That's cool. And Phase Boots are going to save her life. Oh, my God. Oh, man. After I talk shit about Phase Boots, that stuff happens. Alright, cool. Alright, so it's proven, guys. Phase Boots helps you run away as a Phantom Assassin, which is also, that's a good thing. And you can use it with Blink. Alright, that's something I did not bring up, and that's a valid point. Phase Boots as well as Blink Strike to an ally gets you away faster until you turn around, accidentally right-clicking on your map, and then get yourself killed. But they should have gotten that kill either ways. Viper should have gone aggressive, or Huskar should have gone aggressive faster. Another thing about Huskar, he picked up his gloves before he picked up his belt. I don't like that myself. I think that's a mistake. Early game, 15% attack speed is not a whole lot. And also your damages are generally pretty low, so you always want more survivability and damage than you want attack speed in the early game, in my opinion. Going for treads first is the right choice, but I see a lot of people always grabbing gloves first. Unless you're grabbing an armlet or a hand of Midas or whatever, I think treads is the way to go. Always go treads first, guys. And grab the Belt of Giant Strength. I mean, the extra HP you get from it is great. 6 HP, or 6 Strength, which equates to 19 times 6, with 5, which if I do my math correctly. 5 is going to be 95 plus 16. And I'm doing it, man. Mental math time. 95 plus 16 is 105 plus 6, which is 110, 111. Am I right? 10... It's 105 plus 6. Yes, 111. I think I'm correct. So 111 HP, and it gives you 6 damage. That's a lot better than 15% attack speed. I mean, how often... I mean, think of how close of a margin that would have to be for that to pay off, right? You'd have to attack just long enough for the third attack to go in, but no longer. I mean, any other time is wasted. It's like a very, very small chance of this gloves paying off, really. You'd have to attack, like, what, 8 times? Or 7? Okay, in the time that you would attack 7 times, you would get an 8th attack. That's how that pays off. 15 attack speed. Do you ever think of a time when you attack 7 times in a row in the early game? It never happens, pretty much. That's probably the best way to explain it. Is that you have to attack the normal time that you attack 7 times, you would get an 8th. I think my math is correct. Am I wrong? I might be wrong. I believe 1/8 is 15%, something like that. So I'm gonna pull out the handy dandy calculator, as I do not put this on directed mode because I don't want to spoil the ending for you guys because I know you're so invested. If I do 1 divided by 8, that gives me 1.125. So I'm actually wrong here. I think it's higher than that. I'll have to look at that in a bit, because obviously I am failing on all math today, as the Phase Boots does actually beast down the Enchantress. He's got a Phase Boots with a broadsword. God, what is the number then? 15%. So it's got to be higher. It's got to be a smaller ratio. I think it's 1/6 then. Let me do 1/6. And that's wrong. 1/5? It's not 1/5. Alright, so you know what? I'm doing it. I'm figuring this out. I'm not just going to leave this. I'm not just going to give up on this stuff. Alright, 1/6 is 0.166. I want it to be lower, so 1/7 is more than that. 1 divided by 7 is 14. Okay, so it's about it's between 6 and 7. So between there. How often do you attack 6 or 7 times? In the early game in a row. It's good for pushing towers, so that's really about it. That's my point. Whatever. Point is made. My math is figured out, and I'm never going to do that again because, yeah, math is terrible on stream because everybody's going to make fun of me now, which is fine. I swear to God, guys, I'm good at math. I do this every time that I cast a pub game like this, is I always make math statements, and then it's really hard to do math on the spot, let me tell you. So, nobody else does it, generally. Because that's scary and you mess up and make mistakes. So, Nature's Prophet going for an Aghanim Scepter here. He's going to spam out his ulti. I don't like this choice. If you are playing in a mega push strategy, go for it. They are pretty far ahead, if we look at the gold graph. Yeah, they're quite far ahead. They did very, very good. Very well early game, excuse me. So it's going to help them push, but the ulti with the Aghanim Scepter is going to constantly push all 3 lanes. And if all the lanes are pushed towards the Dire team, that means there's not very safe places to farm. If you look at the wave right now, top lane is pretty much the only safe place. Crossing the river here you could farm, but obviously bot lane they're being a little bit too aggressive. So don't be afraid to grab an Aghanim Scepter if you're going for a push strategy, but if you have a hard carry like a PA, usually you want to put that off. So, and as you can see, she has spent a lot of money on grabbing damage items, and her damage is quite huge right now, but she doesn't quite have lifesteal or regen quite yet. So, see if Tide did Ravage here, but it looks like he might end up dying. He does have a Vanguard up. Not a bad choice for the early game. There are some arguments that there's going to be things that are better, of course, as PA blinks in. Looks like Enchantress gets another kill. She's doing quite well. Oh god, please pick up that kill. There we go. This is kind of funny, like how slow he's attacking here. Dude, untouchable, man. This does give 100% attack speed, though, so this will be used on him, and he looks dead. Now it's just going to be a brain sap, and she does, so far working out. Yeah, Vanguard Tide, I've talked about this many other times. Generally, a Hood or a Pipe is a better choice for your team. If you just want to be really tanky early, get 1 Kraken Shell and get a Vanguard. Just 1 Kraken Shell. If you get more points in Kraken Shell, it's not worth it. Now, the damage block does not stack once again, but this is how it works. There's a 70% chance of 40 damage being blocked by Tidehunter. 40 damage being blocked. If this 70% chance procs, you will see 40 damage block, or whatever the maximum of it. Maybe it's less, you know, because it's only 28 damage or so. So you're going to block up to 40 damage. If this does not proc, Kraken Shell kicks in. So you always block at least 7 damage. If this procs, you block 40. If this procs, you block 7. You get this point for the damage threshold, the 600 damage. So every 600 damage you take, it ends up removing the stun. So in this way, Kraken Shell actually stacks very well with Vanguard, because Vanguard gives you regen and more HP. If you have more HP, that means more times that Kraken Shell will proc before you die. So, the important distinction, though, is you do not want to pick up more levels of Kraken Shell. Oh, he's actually ulting him. There's the Gush. Alright, they get the kill. If you pick up more Kraken Shell levels, it's not worth it to do this. If you just leave it at 1, it's worth it. Instead, grab stat levels. Grab stat levels over Kraken Shell. If that's the case, yes, Pipe is better, but it's not a bad build to go to. And I know there's still going to be people in chat that rage, but please God, how many times do I have to explain this to you guys? I know I do it, maybe it's just stream chatter. I know a lot of you guys are good, but like, oh my God, I always get a couple comments. People are still like, nope, you're wrong. You're still wrong. Ugh, frustrating. Anyways, PA, going for straight for damage stuff. Doesn't have lifesteal, doesn't have a battle fury yet. Went for straight damage items. This is really aggressive. He has tangos at least, but big deal. He's going to blink forward actually and go for a tower, which the tower does go down, and they're really taking out a tower early. But once again, Tide misusing Nightmare, and burst damage goes down on Enchant, so she's dead. Let's look at some other stuff. Yasha treads on Viper. Pretty good choice, good movement speed here, as Infinity is going to take him out pretty easily, because Viper is apparently not paying attention. And do we have multiple disconnects? Okay, I know this game went longer than this. So the data is all fudged. I swear to God, unless this is about to become an epic game. Looks like Axe is going for a BKB. That's a weird choice. Is that effective? Fiend's Grip goes right through Magic Immunity. Tide does not stop that. PA is still going to be able to right-click really heavily. He won't be able to use Dagger. I don't think Phantom Strike will work either, but he does have his Battle Fury picked up, but still very, very little HP. If the enemy team was actually confident, they would be rocking here. I feel like Axe has to make some amazing plays happen for the game to be over, but so far things are looking okay, as Enchant might pick up a couple kills. He needs one more, and that he does actually get killed. There's the blink and the heal now, and I think PA is in trouble, and there we go. What's that? You have a rush battle fury with no heal at all? You're dead. Easy. And Viper actually might pick up a lot of kills here. A lot of kills, actually, as they pick off Nature's Prophet and gonna get the slow on Shadow Shaman. He's gonna die now, so... Alright, game's not over yet. I don't know what happens. I swear to God, the graph, or I'm sorry, the beginning stats were like, the game is not over. I know that for a fact, so... Game is not over, guys, despite them raxing at 20 minutes. So maybe we could look at tactical errors as well, but... Enchantress picks up a Tranquil Boots. I do not like this. Not worth it. If you're going this weird untouchable heal build, which is actually kind of working out okay, then you should grab Treads, or you should grab Arcane Boots. Those are your differences. Do you want lots of mana for pushing, which is probably not the right choice. If you're going this carry build, you should get Treads. You want attack speed, because more attack speed means more impetus. You always want to use your items to enhance your abilities, and things like that. You want to make your abilities better, and you're not going to do that with Tranquil Boots. She already has a heal that's ridiculously good. It heals for 90 HP per second for 10 seconds. That's a 900 HP heal, you guys. Does she need Tranquil Boots for the armor against creeps and the burst heal out of combat? No, she does not. This should be Treads, and she might be going to Orchid next. Please, God, I hope that's not a refresher. It's probably going to be an Orchid, which is arguably a decent choice. But could make these Strength Treads, and that would be a good choice. So once again, BKB not going to be so useful. It's going to be nice against Tide. It's going to be nice against Shadow Shaman. It's going to be not so hot against Nature's Prophet. But, yeah, it all depends. Comes down to Bane. Looks like Bane just uses ulti actually mid. They're going to kill this Viper here. But if the ulti is not up on Bane, he's not going to be able to use that against Axe, and then Axe's ulti, or BKB, could be useful. But, I would grab a Vanguard. You want regen over time. Damage block is good as well. He is actually regenning due to the Tranquil Boots, but that's not quite the same. So, Vanguard is the go-to. If you don't want Vanguard, you grab some kind of HP regen, and then you get an Aghanim Scepter, or just something really tanky. You just need tanky stuff, pretty much. So, please God, sell one of your Stout Shields. No, he's going to buy a TP Scroll. Well, TP Scroll is better than not having a TP Scroll, right? Tidehunter next picking up a Void Stone and selling it. That's weird. So, wasting some gold. Little Plague, or Ward's going down mid, actually, trying to do some damage, as he's solo pushing right now. This is really dangerous. Do I need to point out how dangerous this is? As he could be killed. Viper is dead, and they only have 3 players anyway, so I guess, hypothetically speaking, it's not the end of the world, but these guys still have gold. It doesn't look like it. Huskar is not quite abandoned yet, but when he does, they are getting this gold, and it's going to be wonderful for them, so... Okay, Enchantress apparently getting a solo kill on Rasta. Alright, as they are going to be going in. PA actually wants to fight here. Is he going to pop his heal? Yeah, he's actually on cooldown for it. Not using Enchant, not using Impetus, as he pops his wand, and Tide actually coming from the top. Here comes that Ravage as the Urn is used. Viper looks pretty dead, and Viper is going to die as we see a Nightmare Enchant. He may die to poison. Oh, he's going to reveal. Oh, the Nightmare. Oh, God, no. No, he doesn't get the kill off. Once again, still reducing attack speed. This is a weird fight. Oh, he's going to pop his heal. I think he's going to be able to get the Tide here. I don't think Tide's going to be able to get this kill. Impetus doing some serious 7 damage, and finally he walks away. But once again, misclicking from this guy as he eats the dagger and the blink and gets the kill. I swear to God, this game looks so over, doesn't it, guys? Doesn't this game just look completely over? If this was really good players, I think the game would be over, but it hasn't quite happened yet. Mid tower is going to defend, and more weird stuff happens as Nature's Prophet farms up. So kind of different when there's less players in the game, but there's that BKB up. He's going to come forward. He's going to be able to battle hunger. And Nature's Prophet actually has a lot of trouble. There's the Rage, and yeah, that's going to be an ulti. I think, yeah, he's going to die for sure. And he's going to grab the PA. There's the BKB usage, and there's the battle hunger now. He's got to run away as his HP is pretty low, but that actually kind of worked out pretty well. Looking for that shackle, but not going to get it. And now Thor's Fist comes too far forward, and Viper is going to clean up on him. So, what does he got? Aghanim Scepter and a Boots of Travel. Weird. He needs like a Force Staff. Look at the players that he's fighting. You always have to try to pay attention to what kind of stuff you're going to be up against, guys. If you're up against an Axe, it's very much about positioning and slow chase. Not as much about slow chase, but about positioning and chase. Viper is all about slow. As a Shadow Shaman, you should really get a fast Force Staff. He's probably like, oh, whatever, I'm really far ahead. I want Boots of Travel with Aghanim so I can push. But if he actually just had a Force Staff, Viper would have a lot more trouble getting kills on him. TP Scroll Force Staff, just Force Staff away as soon as the ulti is in TP out. You should be okay. Now, Bane going for Perseverance. I don't know what this is for. Probably going to be a Lincoln Sphere. Lincoln Sphere against these remaining 3 heroes is good against Viper. Ulti, it stops that. It also stop Enchant and 1 Battle Hunger. But that's not a big deal. Battle Hunger has a 5-second cooldown here, so this is not cost efficient. If he is going for a Lincoln Sphere, it's also very expensive. He's better off just grabbing a BKB because none of these abilities go through Magic Immunity. Well, alright, Culling Blade can go through Magic Immunity, I believe. And Viper ulti can slow you, but it doesn't do damage. And Shadow Shaman again dying mid. He put his wards down, but he's just not picking it up. So I think we're going to see a little bit of a 3-player comeback here. Despite them being down 5-2, I think they could definitely do this here. Now, Urn is used by Enchant. Obviously, it does get interrupted on player damage, and these are enemy wards. That is all farmed up. And Enchant now down to 1,208 gold, which is not bad. Tidehunter picking up a Chainmail now. He is picking up stat level, so good for him. I believe, yeah, he does actually have 3 levels of stats. He should max out the Anchor Smash, though. Go for the extra damage and the reduced cooldown. The mana cost does go up, but that's okay. So he's going for a pro build, man. Pro Purge build, right? Treads, Vanguard, lots of bracers. He has a crap load of HP. He can proc Kraken Shell multiple times. And it's not a bad choice. So, looking okay. And no, he's going for a Bloodstone. He is not getting a Perseverance. He actually wants a Bloodstone. I don't really think this is worth it. His mana does not need to be regened at the rate that a Bloodstone would provide. I think an Arcane Boots and a Soul Ring is going to be enough, period. And Axe actually wants to fight. He's going to fight. He's going to pop his BKB, but he actually lost his opportunity a little bit as he's going to pull those Treants on him and prevent some damage. And more Battle Hunger going down. But his mana pool is actually completely empty here. And there's the Fiend's Grip right as it runs out. It's going to be able to probably get this kill. Nebulous thinks this is hilarious, but wow. He's actually taking a ton of damage there, and Chant picks him off. Run away from Tide! No, the Ravage! As Nature's Prophet comes forward, but might die to the tower. It's going to be close. Oh, man. They are just somehow winning this 3v5. What are they doing? Oh, my God. And there's... What the... Yeah, attack those creeps. Shadow Shaman, you got this. Attack those creeps. Yes, Shadow Shaman! Yes, go! Alright, if you guys are playing Shadow Shaman, it's really pro to come under tower range. Dive tower range and let the Enchantress attack you. It just works out great for you. I mean, you get lots of kills. What? How could you run across the whole map and then just assume you're dead? I'm really confused about that. I can understand being like, oh, I didn't realize I was didn't realize I was alive. That makes total sense, but dead? No way. Alright, Phantom Assassin looks like she's going for a Vlad's. I don't like this choice. Helm of the Dominator, much better choice. You grab it first, you grab it early. It not only gives you the lifesteal. Lifesteal is very good with crit, by the way, because it gives you a chance to just heal a lot. Every time you crit, that means a lot of damage is being done. We'll see how much he crits for here in a second. So he's critting for 600 damage. It means he's lifestealing 15%. 15 times 6 is 30 times 3, which is 90. So every time he crits, he heals himself 90 HP. That's really good. He could get lucky and crit twice in a row or 3 times in a row, and all of a sudden he heals 270 HP. right before he dies or something. That can make people make bad decisions, basically. It's once again, oh my gosh, are they seriously going to make more kills happen here? Is Axe going to get an ulti off before he dies? He's taking a lot of damage from this Tide, actually, but I think Tide wants to kill, but no, he's going to go overly aggressive. There's the Manta Split from Viper, and I think Tide is done. Wow. How are these three guys doing it? I don't know. This BKB is not a good item choice, but it's kind of working out, so kind of weird. And, of course, Thor's Fist needs to feed himself again, so he's going to accomplish that. But yeah, crit very good with lifesteal. Lifesteal very good with crit. Both ways. It goes both ways, guys. The reason... Okay, he did make a Helm of the Dominator. I don't know what this is for. Maybe he's going to go Vlad's and a Helm of the Dominator, but I don't know. The reason I like Helm better than the Vlad's is because it gives you 20 damage. Early game, Vlad's is great in the mid to late game because it gives you % base damage on everybody, but everybody has low base damage early game pretty much, except for a few heroes, maybe like Spirit Breaker. Gives you lifesteal, which is great. The lifesteal is actually slightly higher than the Helm of the Dominator, 1% higher, but not a big deal. Gives you armor, and also gives you mana regen. The armor is actually not so hot early because everybody's HP is so low. If your HP is low, your armor is not very important, though still a factor. So all around, yeah. Helm of the Dominator does the same stuff. You can pick up creeps, which will help you stack Roshan or stack neutrals. You can do that. I think that's just all around a better item. And, yeah, Vlad's is better for the mid-game. It's just all around a little bit better. Nice Ravage. Oh, I'm sorry, there was actually a hero here. I was confused for a second. I thought this was like a straight-up creep wave Ravage, but it was not. He actually picks up a kill. Now level 14, still picking up a lot of stats here. So, yeah, Helm of the Dominator is great. 20 damage, it's more than the 16% or 15% bonus damage early on in the game. So, Helm of the Dominator gives you more damage. It's usually smarter to grab that before you grab your Battle Fury. Just so that you can actually jungle if you need to, stuff like that. So, Radiant Team's actually doing okay now. Pushing them mid a little bit. They did pick off the Axe. Enchant's going to show up. She has an Orchid, and she does a lot of damage now. And she has a ton of mana regen. She's right-clicking the wrong heroes as we see a Fiend's Grip finally, but looks like he's not going to be here at the right time. Can he pop his wand in time? Pop the heal maybe, but no. Ow, great Orchid on Bane, actually. That saved him completely. He Orchided the Bane, which prevented the Brain Sap, and that was preventing his death. Are we going to see the Crack Shell? Crack Shell did proc off, but he still almost gets killed. Looks like that is actually going to save them. Might see this Shadow Shaman die. Nope, the dagger is going to be useful. So Nature's Prophet is going to TP in and take out the Viper. And looks like mid to Brax is finally going to drop. So Enchant does pick off Shadow Shaman. I don't know why he came back, but here comes Axe. Oh, and there's the Blink crit. 864 damage. Good stuff. Yeah, PA is definitely a good hero to have against Enchantress. You need that burst damage, but... Is he going to get an ulti off? It's going to be close. There's the Orchid. Once again, trying to earn his allies. Doesn't really understand how that works. Damage output. There's the Shackle, and Axe is in trouble. Pia, what are you grabbing with this ring protection? I really don't know. Is he getting a Vlad's as well? It's a possibility. Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? Enchantress, run away! You got this! Orchid's not going to save you. Pop your wand. Pop your wand. Use your wand. Please use your wand. There's the urn. Once again. And there's the open wounds. Micro time, guys. Oh, picks off the PA. That's 400 gold. Just ulti somebody. Ulti somebody. You got this, Huskar. Use Enchant. Please, God, use Enchant. It's a really good skill, Enchantress. Your name is Enchantress, for God's sakes. Why would you not use Enchant? Or level it up. I mean, 50% slow for 5.5 seconds. It's not bad, guys. Don't be afraid to use it. He's got an Orchid, but not Enchant. Who needs Enchant when you can just right-click for 250 damage? Oh my God, please use it. Oh, way out of range. Thor's Fist, but we both know that he's going to accidentally misclick and run back into the Enchantress once again. Or she'll just chase him down because she does have these Tranquil Boots, which give her 80 movement speed. She is, I think, slightly faster. Nope, she's got to get this kill. She really needs this kill, guys. Oh, there's the silence again. Oh, pro silence, man. 6-second silence on Thor's Fist. Oh, he's going to cut. Oh, the damage. Oh, my God. Enchantress, you're crazy. You're crazy. There's the urn. Once again, trying to earn himself at the right time. Pop your heal. Oh, my God. There's the wand. Heal. Oh, God, just heal. Don't let him gush you. Oh, my God, if you let him just gush you and kill you, I'm going to be really mad. There's the urn once again. The heal. The heal. Press R. Just press R. The Tranquil Boots. Not the heal. Oh, the Anchor Smash. That was so close. Wow. You know how close she was to dying there? No, it's only 175. I think she would have been fine. This is like the weirdest Enchantress play I think I've ever seen. But thank you for playing the game, Frick. I'm happy that you are playing Dota 2. Thanks for coming. Okay, so not using the heal, not using Enchant. She did put another point in Enchant, though. It's cool. There's the Desolator up on Nature's Prophet. That'll actually help him burst down the Enchantress pretty well. I would actually like to see an AC as well on top of this. If you go for the first army, you might as well go all the way, man. Any attack speed would be good. Shadow Shaman, once again, solo pushing, just gonna drop wards on towers. Guys, it helps to do this when you actually have creeps there. Let the creeps tank the tower, and let the wards do the damage. So, very important. He takes out the tower, though, and Frick, once again, gonna epic chase somebody, because he's gotta do that, man. They have 2 racks down there, and they're up against the Nature's Prophet. They only have 1 tower up they've taken out. Where's Axe? Axe, where you at, bro? He actually does have a Vanguard, finally. Always build a Vanguard before everything else. Oh, is he going to double Vanguard? Oh my god, I haven't seen a double Vanguard in so long. But if he's got 1 Stout Shield, surely he's going to double it. Shadow Shaman needs to die again, of course, as Viper is going from the Manta into Lothar's build, and now right-clicking Nature's Prophet pretty effectively and picks off the kill. Well, so, despite having some rough early game, these guys know what they're doing when they're really good at right-clicking. As we see a Hyperstone on PA. This is okay. I'm not a huge fan of this. I kind of wish it was just another damage item. The Hyperstone's good against the enchant, but you've already got 100% attack speed from Phantom Strike. Why not just go for, like... No, Butterfly's not good. Don't get a Butterfly because it does not stack with evasion. Yeah, let's look at individual farm. I'm just kind of curious. So, look, 12k, 11k, 12k, which is higher than, you know, 3 of their players, I guess. They still have 2 pretty heavily farmed. Oh, yeah, he did it! Double Vanguard all the way, guys. This really just increases his possibility to block. It does not give him, as you can see those little numbers. You see those 40s that were popping up? He still only blocks 40 damage. Of this, yeah, they are actually doing extra damage. These are mega creeps. Not super mega creeps or super creeps or whatever the hell you want to call them, but yeah, he's only going to be blocking 40 damage at a time, and now he needs a Blade Mail really bad, but the right click as well. There's the BKB. He won't be able to dagger or blink now, and now he's going to trade some hits. He might actually get picked off by this Battle Hunger here. So far working out, the Viper comes through, and that's it for him. So that worked out okay. So yeah, double Vanguard. It gives you a lot of HP. That's cool. It gives you a lot of regen. That's also cool. But it still only blocks 40 damage, so... It's not the end of the world for the fact that the block component is a very small portion of the cost that you pay for the shields, but you're adding up 2 Stout Shields now. That's 500 gold for, you know, 250 gold worth of damage block. So pretty much, he's wasted about 200 gold here. I guess it's not the end of the world because the HP is nice, but he needs a Blade Mail. He absolutely needs a Blade Mail. Blade Mail is exactly what you need against a Phantom Assassin, because that way you'll reflect that damage right back on him, and he's only going to lifesteal 15% of it, so you crit back a ton of damage to yourself. Thor's Fist? Yes! Give it to the least reliable person on their team. Axe is just not happy about that. Those dicks, they snuck in Roshan. They just totally snuck in Roshan here. A bunch of assholes. Pretty much, right? Just a bunch of assholes. Yeah, and anyways, guys, grabbing a second Vanguard, more damage block at this point, it's not as efficient as grabbing armor. He needs armor. When you have 2,000 HP, remember, each armor point is approximately, it's a little variable, but it's very close, 6% effective HP, or estimated HP against physical damage. Means if he grabs if he grabs a chainmail, that's 5 times 60, that's 30% more survivability against a PA. 30% of 2k is equivalent to 600 HP. That's a very expensive item, and all he would need is a chainmail to get there. So, good crit by the Nature's Prophet to pick up that last hit. Enchantress, oh, looks like Bane is going to die to that Battle Hunger. Goodbye, Bane. So they're still defending pretty well. They pick off 3 heroes. Their EXP has got to be higher, though, right? EXP per minute, 700, 450, and 600, so yeah. That's basically because the rating team didn't push this 5. If they just pushed this 5 and, you know, didn't play horrible, I guess that would make right a lot of their wrongs. He picks up another quarterstaff. What is this one going to be for? 4 staff? Butterfly, probably. A lot of noobs like to buy quarterstaff first, but it's not worth it. Try to get the big components first. Unless the push is coming, I guess. Which I guess in this game it's already pretty far behind, so not a bad choice. And yeah, PA is going for an AC. Don't grab an AC. Not a good choice on Phantom Assassin, in my opinion. Gives you lots of attack speed, which is great, but once again, you already get attack speed. You want damage. It reduces their armor by 5, which makes your crits higher, which is the only really good thing, but it's so expensive. Such an expensive item. 5,300 gold, and all it does is reduce their armor by 5. If you really want to do this, just buy a freaking Desolator, man. That's like way less expensive. 4,100. It gives you -6 armor instead of -5, and gives you plus 60 damage, which you can crit on. Desolator, much better choice. Well, he's already got a Helm of the Dominator, so you can't actually pick up a Desolator, but if you really want the minus armor, go for that. Or if you want the survivability, if you just simply want armor, don't bother. Just grab an agility item or something. I don't know. I think a damage item, another damage item before the AC would be the right choice. If she had a Monkey King bar right now, I'd be like, okay, AC is fine. But I think in this case, it is better for him to end up grabbing another damage item, whether that's an MKB or something else. So, Also, Tidehunter also going for Hyperstone. So it's like multiple AC stacks, not effective. It's mostly an aura item. The only personal benefit it gives to you is 35 attack speed and 10 armor. It gives 5 armor aura, gives 5 armor reduction to enemies, and 20% attack speed. So you actually lose a lot by having multiple Assault Cuirasses. Waste a lot of money there. So DD up on the PA. The armor that she picks up, the Phantom Assassin, is going to be great against axe spins, so it's good against that. They do have a lot of physical damage as well. I mean, Enchantress does Pure, by the way, so grabbing HP would be more effective. And he's got a Force Staff now, going for a Aghanim Scepter next, maybe. That would actually be a really great choice, considering how much he's been right-clicking this game. But PA comes in here. This is looking bad. And there's the crit, 1,400 damage. There's the heal as well, but if he gets another crit, it is all over. Viper's going to come forward. It's going to ulti this as well. It slows her down by quite a bit, and he's going to be able to heal up. I think we might even see PA die here, but a nice Ravage catches too, and Axe gets ultied on. Hunter, man, you got this, man. Don't let him crit on you. If he crits on you, you die. But the BKB, there's the Battle Hunger as well. Just ulti this. Oh my god, Axe, have used your ulti all game. PA finally does end up dying. And even tied with a little impetus damage. Once again, Frick misclicking a little bit. Just use enchant. I know you have a button for C. He just doesn't do it. Thor's Fist gonna backdoor. And there he is. He went for the Quarterstaff as well as the Talisman of Evasion. Thor's Fist is dead. Top lane is being pushed by Soul Eater, who went for a Mask of Madness with his Crystallis. This does not lifesteal. It may interrupt the Desolator. We'll see. Okay, it's not interrupting the Desolator. It does give him the attack speed at least, but they have got multiple things to defend, and that's going to be a Mega Creep. So I guess that's about it. For this triple versus 5, they did a pretty good job. I'm sure they had a good time. We'll see how much shit talk happens before the game ends. Oh, he actually said GG. What a nice guy. There's the Force Staff forward. Get as close to him as possible before you auto attack, guys. So you play Enchantress. Does some good damage output. There you go. Picks off a kill. It's got a lot of attack speed on the Force Staff as well as the Orchid. Prophet gonna buy back. So yeah, those are all of the weird things. I think I correctly pointed out their performance of the heroes themselves. It was obviously pretty darn hit or miss. There's the Force Staff once again. Who's the Force Staff? That was Enchant's Force Staff. That was actually a mistake here. Get that Battle Hunger. Get that battle. No, he's look at him. He's like wobbling away as fast as possible. Get out. Mask of Madness. Axe, you got this, bro. There's that BKB pop. 5 seconds. Ulti's well. Thor's Fist. Thor, how many times have you died? 15 times, Thor? Come on, you did something wrong, man. God, they have so many slows. Enchant? No. No. We don't use Enchant, guys. We skill it and we don't use it. Even when chasing. It's just not worth it. So yeah, I think that's just about it here. Axe, Enchant, Viper, Valiant defense, but just not able to hold things off with some awesome play here. Guy have correctly pointed out all the mistakes that were made. Shadow Shaman bought his items and then he fed, trying to end the game. All he had to do is stand by his allies and actually disable. And he would have been fine. Pop his ulti down when there were creep waves there. That would have been good as well. I don't know. And the good game is called. It is taken out and I can actually move my screen at all. Oh, wait a second. Let's go up here. Radiant victory. Oh, yes. Explosion. I don't know what PA had at the end. Let's see. Oh, yes. Somebody got the tusked bracers, dude. Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. These new items? I haven't seen these before. Oh, yeah, new hammer. Okay, so PA at the end had a almost AC, not completed. Tidehunter, almost AC. Bloodstone Bane, not worth it. Not such a good choice. These are decent Shadow Shaman items, but obviously died a crap load. Nature's Prophet, carry build, and yeah, the 3 heroes who did semi-okay, but weird item choice. If you would have gone Vanguard before BKB, it would have been off a lot better. So, thanks for watching, guys. This was a Purge Cast a pub video. I know some of you newer players like to see these things, because then I can go over lots of reasons why you shouldn't do certain things, which aren't necessarily very comprehensive if you haven't played the game for a long time, or at least encountered or read the mechanics forums for a decent amount of time. But thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm going to probably go do some streaming for the rest of the night, since I haven't streamed yesterday or today yet. It's like 8 p.m. right now. I'm going to render this video and send this out to you guys over the night. Thanks for watching, guys, and please subscribe if you like the content. If you want to see the rest of my Purgecast pub series, I believe there's a playlist on my homepage, and that's going to send me back here, but there's a playlist on my homepage. I casted, like, I don't know, 10 or so, even one with Luminous, so if you guys want to find those, you can, and I'll try to do some more regularly. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.